Hey, it's your old pal Chris. Got to be a quick one because I got to go read to my child. But I was reading about an essay on building an email list today, which is one of these things I return to from time to time. I really like the idea of an email list. I like the idea of being able to communicate directly with my fans, as it were. I'm not even going to say what I'm trying to hide. At any rate, so I like the idea of trying to communicate directly with the fans. And so I was reading this email, this essay, as it were, and loving a lot of the ideas in it. And one of the things that it was putting forth, or one of the things that it put in my head, I don't know if this email in particular gave me this idea. I got an idea, right? And I was thinking about one of the things they were talking about is you really need to communicate to somebody if you want them to sign up for an email list, like what the hell they're going to get. The value proposition, as it were, needs to be really crystal clear, because people don't like their time being wasted, and people don't love email. They love email that they love, but they don't love email that they don't love, if that makes any sense. And I was thinking, who is my most potential, untapped audience? And it's my former students, is really what it is. I mean, these are people who, not all of them, but a lot of them, and the ones that I stay in touch with, these are people who loved being in class with me, and sometimes tweet me and message me and say they miss being in class. And so what if I built an email list around that, as opposed to any of the other things that I've built an email list, or tried to build an email list around previously. And even as I sat here tonight and sort of thought about it, it's changed. As I'm sitting there and going, well, I don't necessarily want to teach, right? And I don't think people necessarily want to go to class once they're done with college. But one of the things that students, especially students who would routinely show up early for my Friday afternoon classes, one of the things that they all seem to love is the before class, after class, and in between when we take a 15-minute break sessions of class, and where we'd still be talking about story, right? But we'd be talking about story in kind of a less academic way, right? In a more, not that my classes are ever overly structured and stereotypically academic. They tend to be a little bit different, which is why I think I get good feedback. Anyway, so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking that's maybe the direction to go. And it's no coincidence, well, it is a coincidence, but it was really neat that I also got an email today from Squarespace saying that I had been admitted into their early access for their email, their built-in email system, email campaign system, which is great because I don't love MailChimp. I don't love any of the ones of those that I've tried, and I love the idea of tying right into my website, which is run through Squarespace. So I dig it. I think it's all serendipitous. It's all happening. Which is a line from one of my favorite movies, Almost Famous. It's all happening. Anyway, so that went on longer than it was supposed to. I'm going to turn this off now. Go read to my child.